A Woman Called Golda is proudly brought to you by Sarah Lee.
Hello and welcome to another VHS review. And hey, it's our 20th episode.
And 20.
And it's another beta cassette from the Alexis Kotlowy library containing the 1982 made-for-TV movie A Woman Called Golda, all about the first female Prime Minister of Israel, Golda Meir, starring Ingrid Bergman, Leonard Nimoy, Australia's own Jack Thompson, and some other people. It aired in Australia on Channel 10 across 2 nights, which would make it more of a mini-series in my opinion. And I know a thing or two about mini-series, because back in 2014, I was in part 2 of In Excess, Never Tear Us Apart, from Emmy-nominated director Dana Reed. But we're getting away from the important thing about A Woman Called Golda, the commercials. And being from 1982, yes, you read that right, this is the oldest tape yet featured on VHS Revue, and there are some beauties, like this.
You can make it, you can make it, you can make it. Shh. With a Lowrey, you can make it big. You can make it small. From your own backyard to a concert hall.
Why don't you make it to one of my stores and I'll show you how easy it is to own a Lowrey at Southern Music Centres and Lowrey Music Land.
You can make it too, because Lowrey makes it easier for you.
Love that wood panelling. So if you're experiencing organ failure, pick up a new one from the organ retailer endorsed by Martin Lawrence himself.
Lowrey.
Speaking of which, check out this bad boy.
Hey, what a surprise! So much space for a car this size. It's not too big and it's not too small. New Ford Meteor's got it all. What a surprise!
The new front-wheel drive Ford Meteor will surprise you with its interior space, economy and performance.
Got the features and lots of pace. How they fit it all in that space. What a surprise! Meteor.
You know, really, because it's making contact with the ground, technically it should be a Ford Meteorite.
Next on 10, Anne Will's movie scene, followed by Edward Woodward in Callan.
Here's an ad that celebrates the 2 hallmarks of Australia's national identity: fossil fuels and an internalised inferiority complex.
There are achievers and achievers. But the ones we Australians admire most are the modest ones. Achievers who do what they're doing, get where they're going, without making a fuss. In a mere 200 years, we've produced some remarkable achievers. Some the world has known and loved, and some that you and I have never even heard of. Australians applaud success in life, in achievement, in sport. But the sort we like best is the success that comes from quiet persistence. For 6 decades, BP Australia has been quietly helping develop our remarkable resources, often working with other Australian companies, and contributing to success in areas as diverse as surf life-saving and medical research. BP Australia, the quiet achiever.
Yeah, so they keep saying. You know, BP are the quiet achievers in the same way that Andrew Bolt and Pauline Hanson are being silenced.
Saturday night, the curtain goes up on top international and Australian personalities. From Prime Ministers to Prime Laughter Makers, Parky's got them all. Parkinson in Australia, Saturdays at 7:30.
Now for some good old-fashioned gender stereotypes.
Men are so clever at inventing things, but I wonder if they really know what we need. At last, here's something that understands we've got better things to do than wash dishes. New, rich formula Trix. It's richer, harder working lather, works like an extra pair of hands to get you through the washing up faster. Get rich formula Trix. You've got better things to do than wash dishes.
Get new rich formula Trix.
Yeah, you've got better things to do than wash dishes, but also wash some dishes. Well, you wouldn't make an ad that sexist today, and you certainly wouldn't give a product a name like... Oh, well, scratch that.
Brand new Sigma, we got them now, we got much more. Brand new Sigma, buy the truck and buy the score. You got it made, top trading's paid, Australian Motors.
There's quite a few confectionery ads on this tape, including both major players in the honeycomb bar market duopoly, Violet Crumble and Crunchie. And how much better is the old Choco livery compared to what they're using today? No contest. But more interesting are the ads for these ones I've never heard of, like this Chocky bar for people with no fixed address.
New drifter from Roundtree. 2 chewy bars smothered in caramel and milk chocolate. You couldn't rush it if you wanted to.
Drifter, the choice of a new generation of homeless. Get a load of the familiar tagline in this one.
Hi, your first time? Try some treats. Treats? I would love to. Delicious chocolate.
Treats are the neater, more convenient way to enjoy milk chocolate, because the milk chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hand. Treats take smooth milk chocolate, drop in fresh roasted peanuts, then wrap each bite-sized piece in a light crispy shell. So, the milk chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
Of course, these days, that's the M&M slogan, but back in the 80s, pretty much every candy bar used some version of that line, because, I guess the concept of eating them was fairly new, and it had to be explained to people. One of the first principles of eating chocolate is, of course, putting it into your mouth, whereby it will melt. Even the Crunchie ad had the line, "Melts in your mouth." I mean, we all understand it now, but it was a simpler time back then. Time for one more, and how's this for a sales pitch?
If you spent just a few extra cents on your hair and used rich, creamy Wella Balsam shampoo and Wella Balsam conditioner, your hair would look so good you could get away with spending less on the rest of you. Wouldn't that be worth it?
Wella Balsam shampoo and Wella Balsam conditioner.
Isn't your hair worth Wella Balsam?
So true. And I can confirm, speaking from experience, spend a few more cents on good hair and there's no need for expensive pants. Anyway, that's it.
For the first time on television, Ingrid Bergman in possibly her last performance with Australia's Jack Thompson and Judy Davis, A Woman Called Golda, The Brilliant Conclusion, proudly presented by Sarah Lee, tomorrow night at 8:35, only on 10.